Paramount is on the verge, according to the New York Times, of settling a $10 billion lawsuit that candidate Donald Trump brought against CBS in the 2024 campaign. And this is the latest sign of legacy media and how they are cross-purposed, how they are focused on the bottom line, and why they are at worst capitulating, at best making peace with Donald Trump. So let's go through it. So just as by way of background, 60 Minutes, which is a CBS product, interviewed Kamala Harris in the run-up to the 2024 election. And in that interview, they asked her about foreign policy. And on one of their shows, Face the Nation, their Sunday show, they ran sort of a small clip of her answer. Then on 60 Minutes, longer form, they ran a different clip of that answer. Now, Donald Trump accused CBS of purposely misediting, misleading the viewing public because Harris gave two different answers. They've said, well, CBS played the one that made more sense in the primetime telecast because they wanted to help her candidacy, and the one that made less sense before, so they had selectively edited it. That's not what happened. CBS has said repeatedly, and I'll read their statement, the interview was not doctored, adding, it did not hide any part of Mrs. Harris's answer, and the network, this is back in October, described Trump's lawsuit as completely without merit. Now, that actually is the view of most legal scholars who really believe that this was Donald Trump, both in the amount he asked for, $10 billion, as well as just bringing a lawsuit because he didn't like the way that they edited something, as just sort of, frivolous. But now, here comes the New York Times reporting, and let me read this. When Donald Trump, this is the Times, when Donald Trump sued CBS for $10 billion days before the 2020 election, accusing the company of deceptively editing a 60 minutes interview with Vice President Kamala Harris, many legal experts dismissed the litigation as a far-fetched attempt to punish an out-of-favor news outlet. Okay, second paragraph. Now Mr. Trump is back in the White House, and many executives at CBS's parent company, Paramount, believe that settling the lawsuit would increase the odds that the Trump administration does not block or delay their planned multi-billion-dollar merger with another company, according to several people with knowledge of the matter. Look, folks, the answer to all of your questions is money, okay? All of these legacy media outlets are either owned by a billionaire or a giant company that has a wide variety of interests. It is why Jeff Bezos and Patrick Soon-Shiong blocked the Washington Post and the Los Angeles Times, respectively, their editorial boards from endorsing Kamala Harris in the 2024 election because they were hedging against the possibility that Donald Trump won, and if Donald Trump won and they had endorsed against him, they would punish him. It is why ABC, really Disney, settled a lawsuit against that Donald Trump had brought against them for George Stephanopoulos allegedly defaming Donald Trump in regards how he described the E. Jean Carroll lawsuit and decision. It is why you are seeing anchors and news people who were perceived as anti-Trump, or at least were out of favor with Donald Trump, being moved out of these networks. These places are not going to do things that undermine their bottom line. They're just not. They are broad and diversified. They are focused not on the capital J journalism. They are focused on the capital M money. Okay? Now, I need to make money too. I'm an independent guy. I mean, I always ask to say, need you to subscribe. I get it. But here's the deal. I'm not beholden to anyone, right? I'm not beholden to Substack. I'm not beholden to YouTube. I'm not beholden to anybody. And that's really important because this latest situation with Paramount and CBS is just another example. And there will be more, people. It is just another example that the thing that is driving these companies is access and money. It is not the journalism. If I was at CBS, and I think a lot of people at CBS are super pissed off about this, because settling with Donald Trump is in some way acknowledging that there was some merit to this case. And make no mistake, Paramount and CBS have enough money to fight Donald Trump. They are not some small independent outlet. They have plenty of lawyers who could fight this, just like ABC. If they settle, they are choosing not to do this for exactly the reason the Times laid out, which is they want a big multi-billion-dollar merger to go through, and they know Donald Trump and his administration have the power to make that more difficult. Support independent journalism, people. The writing is on the wall. What more proof do you need? The legacy media is not going to do this. They are looking out for their shareholders. They are looking out for their bottom line. They are not looking out for you. They just are not. All right, everybody. Take good care.